Alright. So how about we get this show on the road? How about we get this crow on the toad? Tonight is going to be an Amiibo tournament night, and I have no idea how long this is going to go on for, but I'm going to be doing something a little bit different than what I usually do for the Amiibo tournaments. And that is that I'm actually doing this in a doubles format. So it's going to be 32 Amiibo, but I'm going to be pitting 16 teams of 2 against each other. 2 teams of 16. This is basically so that I can do like the somewhat bigger tournaments, like a 32-person tournament, while still doing like a short number of battles as well. And to that effect, I'm also going to be doing this as a double elimination tournament, where the Amiibo teams that lose still have their chance to make it through the losers bracket if they kind of lose early. So it's going to be an interesting little battle there. How about... no, that's the wrong one. How about I actually get things started? First off, I'm going to post the challenge bracket in the chat. That is the old one. I need the new one. Yes. I heard a Captain Falcon. Somebody falconed. T-Man just falconed. Welcome to the shit show, as I so lovingly call it. And how about we do a thing for the scores as well? Scores. That is our text. Center alignment. There we go. I'll just plop that there for the time being. Wow, that was quite the hiccup. There for the time being, I guess. Alright, so as I said before, this is going to be a team tournament. 16 teams, 32 characters total, and I already have the bracket set up, so how about we start the tournament? And the first match is going to be seeded Team 1 Super Brothers versus Team 16 PK Powerhouses. How about we get things underway? What I'm also going to be doing is matches here are going to be 3 stock, 8 minutes. Spirits are off, final smash meter is off. CPU level doesn't really matter. Damage handicap is off. All stages are going to be on. Those stage hazards themselves are going to be off. Items are going to be off. And that's pretty much the important part there. 3 stock, 8 minutes. Let's pick our random stage and get our teams in. Need to set things up for 4 people. Alright, so the Super Brothers are going to be in. There we go. Mayro and Wah, 2 veterans of the Amiibo fighting circuit. Both level 50. Will they be able to contend with Ness, also level 50? And not Ness, level 49. This could be a crazy battle right here. Team Red is the Mario Brothers. Team Blue is PSI Powerhouses. How about we get the first match underway? And the stage for the first match is Spear Pillar. Alright, so again, this is going to be a double elimination tournament, best 2 out of 3 for the winner's bracket, best 1 out of 1 for the loser's bracket, and best 3 out of 5, you know what, let's do best 2 out of 3 for the loser's bracket too. So it's just best 2 out of 3 up until we get to, our winners finals and losers finals and the grand dad. So far we've already got some big kills going on for PSI powerhouses or PK powerhouses. I'm gonna call them, like, alternate between what they are. Mayro manages to avoid getting side smashed to his death by Ness. Both Mayro and Ness are pretty strong contenders right now. Wah and not Ness a little bit less. But these are also both pretty talented fighters as well. I know that not Wah, I kind of trained to do a little bit of sweet spotting with his up specials, so hopefully that's going to happen. On the other hand, I feel like I did put a little bit more effort into teaching Ness and Lucas's abilities. I just think that the Mario Brothers themselves have overall stronger AI, and I feel that that was the same way in a lot of the Smash games, honestly. Oop. Ness is... There we go. Ness manages to get out of that. I also have turned team attack off. Primarily because, you know, it's just a little bit silly. I want these two to be cooperating with each other. Although Ness is not going to be doing too much damage by taking pot shots with PSI Thunder. Again, I'm going to be calling everything PSI instead of PK, because that's how it is in Earthbound. Although I think in Mother 3, everything's all PK, so... Oh, wow, that was an incredible double kill from Mayro there. Something unfortunate, you don't want to see that happening. Ooh, a nice kill from Lucas, managing to secure stock on Wah. I feel like maybe it's possible for Team PK powerhouses to actually finish this off in their favor. Blocks the super jump punch there. The second bananas here are, well, facing against each other, while the top bananas, well, they're on the top of the stage. Ooh, could have been some nice spiking from Lucas there, but unfortunately didn't get all the hits in. One thing about Lucas's down air is that it does multiple hits of damage, and if the last hit strikes the opponent, it does cause the opponent to get spiked into the ground. Mayro has some fantastic combos going on there. You can kind of chalk that up to the weird design of Spear Pillar, how it's kind of this weird enclosed map on the bottom area. A strange exchange of air dashes there, or air dodges rather. Stage hazards are off though, which means one of the main gimmicks of Spear Pillar, the legendary Pokemon fighting in the background, is not going to be so big a deal. So things like Palkia and Dialga, yeah, they kind of want to do things, but they're not really going to be doing things. On the other hand, PSI Powerhouse is definitely doing things. They are zoning the shit out of Mario right now. Oop, Lucas is back up onto the top area of the stage. I also didn't realize that it swapped between the... Oh, it's probably because stage hazards are off. That's why it's switching between Palkia and Dialga. That makes a lot of sense, actually. Alright. PSI Powerhouse is taking the first round. But it is not over yet. Because now it's time for the Super Brothers to try to make some sort of comeback here. Is it possible? Or are the PSI powerhouses, well, powerhouses? Are they gonna be overpowering? Who knows? So I'm dropping a couple of frames, but I hope that isn't going to be a habit for tonight. The stage we get is none other than Big Blue from Melee. And it happens to have the Mute City Melee theme playing, which, in my opinion, is the best rendition of Mute City in any official Nintendo game. Oh, not Ness is Ness is having a tough time. This might not have been a good stage for the Earthbound boys. He's trying his hardest to get back up onto the stage. It's gonna be a little bit silly, but... these two just aren't using their recovery at all. They're staying on the bottom here, and they're doing a damn fine job of staying down there. Unfortunately, however, it doesn't matter once the bridge is out. From what I remember, this is, actually Mute City, or not a Mute City, a Big Blue track from F-Zero X as well. I know that the Mute City track in Melee is, Mute City Figure 8, the first track in, F-Zero X. But I believe this is also a track from F-Zero X as well. I don't think it's one of those cases where they made something up for this game. And by this game, I mean Melee. This might actually go in the favor of the Mario Brothers, just simply because Mario has that space control capable of pushing people away. And he's using it an awful lot. But the PK powerhouses are just... oh, they're back up on the Falcon Flyer. This is the dumbest match. Wah is already out of stocks. I don't know if I want to count this shit. But the Super Brothers being sent to loser's bracket already is just crazy. Serious amounts of, just weird stuff going on here with the AI. I don't think it quite knows how to deal with a course like this. And of course, with stage hazards being off, there's no cars to be maneuvering around either. You can't just rely on maneuvering on the F-Zero machines. That was a crazy match there. Holy shit. And the PK powerhouses go 2-0 against the Super Brothers. That sends the Super Brothers down to the losers bracket, where they'll be, well, they'll be fighting against the losers of the next match. But what is the next match gonna be? Let's find out. First off, we've got our random stage already selected here. Let's go back to 0-0 for the scores. Alright, so next up is the number... which one is it? It is the number 8 seed fighting against Fate versus the number 9 seed Round Friends. Fighting against Fate is going to be the combination of Robin and Lucina, while the Round Friends are going to be a combination of Jigglypuff and Pac-Man. There we go. Pigglyjuff and Pack Attack are in. Hood and Lucina are in. It is time. It is time for the match to begin. Alright, first match is gonna be Tomodachi Life. A little bit of a silly little course here. Let's see what all we have going. I should probably make more Miis on this system. I don't have very much in the way of custom ones right now. Alright, let's see if these brain geniuses can, well, work something out. Round Friends is already suffering a ton of damage. Hood has a ton of damage as well. Lucina, on the other hand, is doing really well as far as damage goes, but I don't think she's quite in the fray to compensate for that. I think she's actually kind of playing in a little bit of an evasive game right now, trying to keep her percentage as high as, or as low as possible. Meanwhile, Hood, surprisingly enough, is actually the one that's just getting in there all the time. Hood already has a sizable amount of damage going on here. The Round Friends looking pretty moderate as far as their damage. Hood just lost her first stock. Ooh, that could have been like a kill with up tilt or up air there, but unfortunately, it wasn't. It was a forward air instead. Lucina could have just been like, ooh, where you at? There we go, another kill on Pigglyjuff. So far, the Round Friends aren't doing particularly well. I would have thought that they would have been a well-rounded team here, but apparently that's just not the case. Alright, Lucina, what are you going to do? How are you going to get in? There we go. Using the big range on up tilt there. Lucina might be shorter than Marth, but still has some pretty decent range on her sword going on, so... Makes up for being a little bit shorter with the ability to hit with full damage from pretty much any range. Ooh, Pigglyjuff manages to get... That actually looked like a neutral air kill. Looked like a crazy nair. Ooh, another kill. Pigglyjuff seems to be the aggressor here now. Let's see if Pigglyjuff can actually make some of that work, though. Nope, they're far off stage, but they managed to recover. That's one of the big things about Jigglypuff. But now they're all alone. Ooh, and couldn't dodge out of the way of Shield Breaker. That is unfortunate. But it does put Team Fighting Against Fate up by a match. Let's take a look at this. Yeah, Robin definitely had the most KOs there. Lucina, however, actually did more damage. It seemed that Robin was just going for the finishing blows there. Pigglyjuff, meanwhile, had an impressive number of KOs, considering that Pack Attack didn't have any. It was a crazy match, but things promise to only get crazier as we move on to our next randomized stage. Now remember, the losing team on this match isn't going to be out of the tournament just yet. In fact, they will be fighting Super Brothers in the losers bracket once we get around to that. And oh my god. It's the new Super Mario Brothers course. This is also brought to you by Capri Suns. Just gonna drink some of this. So far, again, the Round Friends seem to have some big damage right there. Pigglyjuff is already out. Already down a stock. The high launch power of the Levin Sword. Basically just giving Robin aerial smash attacks. It's kind of an incredible utility there, and it's one of the things that makes Robin actually a pretty good character. Robin does require a little bit of knowledge of resource management and having her tomes and sword available at the right moments. But on the other hand, when she does have that, that gives her a lot of crazy tools that, well, work out really well in her favor. I think this is going to be a stomp fest for the Fire Emblem characters, actually, for the Awakening bunch. Oh no, Robin loses a stock. I looked away, I didn't see what killed her. Down tilt from Lucina didn't do much off of that. She's trying to use that horizontal range, but gets knocked away by Pigglyjuff. Is it possible that these spheres can manage to win this? Well, Pack Attack is down to his last stock. Pigglyjuff is down to nothing, unfortunately. Lucina, however, is down to her last stock as well. Oh my god, these tandem combos here. Some crazy shenanigans from the Fire Emblem group, from the Awakening bunch. They were never asleep to begin with. Jeez. Okay, that's 2-0 for fighting against fate. They are moving on to the next round. Well, unfortunately, the round friends are going to have to fight against the Super Brothers in losers bracket. Just a look at the stats here, Robin once again securing a ton of KOs and doing a ton of damage. Unfortunately, Pigglyjuff just wasn't doing very well that match. She was just getting bodied. It's unfortunate because she is one of the lower level characters in the tournament right now. Alright. Let's get things set up for the next match. So I am going to be putting the round friends over here next to the Super Brothers. And I'm going to be lining up the Awakening characters fighting against Fate right in front of PK Powerhouses. But the next teams, provided I can stop dropping frames, that would be lovely, are Monkey Business versus Missing Links. Monkey Business is, of course, the orthodox pairing of Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong. Unfortunately, Diddy Kong is going to be one of the lowest level characters in the tournament. In fact, I think he is going to be the lowest level fighter in the tournament, which does put the Monkey Business team at a little bit of a disadvantage there. On the other hand, however, the team Missing Links will be consisting of Lint and Sausage Man. If you're wondering, why didn't you use the other Link? I know you have a Toon Link amiibo. Why didn't you use him for the team? Because I wanted to make a dumb sausage pun. That's the joke. Alright, scores are reset. Let's get into it. The first match between Monkey Business and Missing Links. And it's going to be taking place on the Kalos Pokemon League. Was that a 9 already? That was a 9 already. I don't know, has already taken his lost his first stock. Crazy, just right off the bat, hitting with an impressive 9. Ooh, dropping the bombs. Oh. The Links are getting back up. There we go. Sausage Man doing a pretty good job of using the impressive new tools that Mr. Game & Watch has, such as replacing bombs with, or credit cards with bombs, I guess. That was another 9. Unfortunately, Sausage Man does have to watch out because Game & Watch is one of the lightest characters in the game. So the Missing Links have this kind of weird, like, heavy-light balance, where Link is significantly heavier than the 2D man here, but at the same time, Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong also have kind of a light-medium, or heavy-light balance as well, where Donkey Kong is an impressive heavyweight character, and Diddy Kong is pretty average as far as his weight goes. Little monkey dude. Seem to also be favoring the left side of the arena here. That was another 9. Sausage Man, oh my god, you need to calm yourself down. Ooh, and that was an impressive hammer. Speaking of impressive hammers, Jesus. Missing Links won that 9 to 0. Crazy there. Lots of KOs from that. Lots of damage being dealt there. It doesn't tell us how many 9s that Mr. Game & Watch got, unfortunately, but Mr. Game & Watch definitely had the fastest launcher speed, though. I mean, look at that. That was some crazy stuff. But we're going on to our next match here. Going on to our next battle of the Tournament of Champions. Remember, the loser isn't entirely out. They still have a chance to win through the loser's bracket as well. It's going to be a very difficult road for them, but it is possible. These have been crazy fast matches, though. I also heard what sounded like another 9. It couldn't have been. No one's dead yet. Oh, Lint got a little bit cocky there, and unfortunately, he's using... Do I use arrows that much with Link? Wow. Getting me a little bit self-conscious here. This stage has been shaping up to be a little bit more rough for the Links. Oop. Oh, nice dare. It's coming up. It's dare. Mr. Game & Watch is once again trying to drop bombs on everyone. Bombs fall, everyone dies. Ooh! The knockback from that 6 there. What is a 6 but an upside down 9? Lots of horizontal knockback from that attack. Ooh. Going a little bit crazy with up smashes there. There we go. Donk also using the range on his normals to pretty decent effect as well, just trying to slap around characters. One of the good things about Donkey Kong is that he has big range on his normals because he's just a big guy. You can see how huge he is in comparison to Link, who's already a fairly tall character as is. Crazy amounts of knockback from yet another 9. But Blue Team actually is on the losing end of a beatdown here. Okay, well, Conky Dong is out and down to his last life. I don't know, is still holding on to 2, surprisingly. Another 9. Conky Dong is down. And he does a stock steal. He wants to get in there. He knows that he's kind of carrying the team, but is getting the short end of the stick from being so big. And just getting hit by Sausage Man's RNG shenanigans. Ooh. But unfortunately, this puts him on the losing end of a fight here with the Lynx. Nice up throw. Oop. Don't know what's going on there. Hit himself with his own bomb. And there we go. Speaking of bombs, drop the bombshell. Sausage Man winning it for the missing Lynx. That is unfortunately going to put Team Monkey Business out of winner's bracket, and they're going to have to go on to the loser's bracket. I have a feeling that they might not be the winners there, but we've seen crazier. We've definitely seen crazy here on the Tales by Raga shit network. Alright. Reset the scores here, because we're going to go into the last match of this set, anyway. before we move on to the next set of 16 characters. It is Team Gotta Go Fast versus Team Super Heavyweights. And you might be wondering, well, what is this gonna be? And well, wonder no more. Because here we go. Team Gotta Go Fast consists of Sonic the Hedgehog, Donut Steel, and Captain Falcon, aka Captain Fab, versus these Super Heavyweights, consisting of Lord Dorf, and of course, Cool Guy. It is going to be a battle for the ages, a battle for the Aegis Reflector here. Let's see if speed can overcome raw strength here on a crazy-ass stage. So it's Gotta Go Fast versus the Super Heavyweights on the Mario 64 floating castle thing. I don't actually know what the stage is called at all. With no stage hazards on, however, this means that there is no bumper around and that the platform there does not move. It just stays in one static position. 2 kills for the Super Heavyweights already. That could have been a messy Ganon side, too. Captain Falcon, what are you doing? That was insane, taunting in front of a charging Dorf. Captain Falcon is saying there, I do not fear the Doria. That is not something that I need to be doing. But Team Super Heavyweight still has the advantage, especially since Donut Steel is down to his last stock, and Captain Fabulous has a huge amount of damage on him right now. Oh my god, gets hit by the volcano kick. Donut Steel has to steal a stock now. He got eliminated. He got volcano kicked so hard he was sent to the damn Shadow Realm. Now, I believe that Gotta Go Fast actually does have the skill set to win this. While Lord Dorf and Cool Guy are both strong fighters, it's possible, maybe on another stage, that the Fast Boys could be capable of making some kind of recovery. Taking another sip of Capri Sun there. But things are not looking likely for Donut Steel right now. If Donut Steel is going to win this for his team, he needs to make some kind of crazy comeback. He needs to be doing like an insane amount of damage, put in an insane amount of work, and unfortunately, that just wasn't the case. Super Heavyweights up 1 match. Let's add that to the score, shall we? Lord Dorf putting in a lot of work, 4 KOs. Unfortunately, not very many from the fast guys, the fast boys. Sonic didn't KO anyone at all and died 4 times, which is really sad. You hate to see that kind of thing happen. But perhaps the next stage is going to be doing a lot of favors for the fast boys. Who knows? As we get into our next match, and the last of this set of 8 teams. And what I mean by that is I'm going to have to grab the rest of the Amiibos. Woohoo Island! Alright, we've got some Wii Sports Resort going on. Anyone remember the Wii U? Alright, the Fast Boys already... Captain Fabulous is already down 1 stock. Lord Dorf is untouched. Well, not necessarily untouched, but in comparison to the others, he hadn't yet been smooched by damage. He hadn't been kissed by the gentle caress of a Falcon Punch. Oh my god, kneecap to the face. That was like, well, with a Volcano Kick, that was almost like a groin-level knee smash. Could you imagine what would happen if Captain Falcon, like, kicked you in the dick? That would be unfortunate. Your cock would not exist at that point. Like, if Captain Falcon shoved his entire knee into your crotch, it would just be a hole. You would become a donut. It's like, yeah, hell yeah, fucker, I hope you like being a crotch donut here, because... Cool Guy has lost his first stock, Lord Dwarf has lost his first stock, but now Captain Fabulous needs to turn it back somehow. And unfortunately, he is at a massive disadvantage. Oh my god, this teamwork from the heavyweights! This beautiful teamwork from the heavyweights! They are definitely, like, best friends in real life. A crazy, crazy match. And that is going to be it for this set of 8 teams. I want to see just how much damage. Sonic only did 70 damage. Sonic didn't do much that match at all. Meanwhile, Bowser is dealing enough for a small country. Alright, so that puts Super Brothers, Round Friends, Monkey Business, and Gotta Go Fast in the losers bracket. And, oh, Tyree's here. Hi, Tyree. How are you? I'm playing with toys again. Anyway, I'm gonna mute my mic for a sec while I get the next group of Amiibos going in. Alright, welcome back. Now we are going on to our next set of matches here. How about we, well, first off, reset the scores. It's always a helpful thing. And up next on the Amiibo Tournament of Champions is going to be Team number 2, Pokemon Pals, versus Team 15, the Dinosaurs. Who's the dinosaurs, and what killed the dinosaurs? Is it the Ice Age? We're gonna find out. But first of all, we need to get our teams going here. Team Pokemon Pals is going to consist of Pikachu, and if it will scan the Amiibo. You want to read the Amiibo there, bro? There we go. Pikachu and Pokemon Trainer, who is a fairly recent addition, so he's not very good. Versus the dinosaurs, consisting of Yoshington and Ridley. Alright, this is going to be a crazy fight here. Now, Pikachu himself is a very strong contender. Pokemon Trainer probably isn't. But they're up against Yoshington, who's kind of in the middle, and Ridley, who's pretty strong. But let's see what happens here. And the nice thing about Pokemon Trainer is that they are 3 dudes instead of just 1. How many Amiibos do you have? Shit. There's 32 in this tournament. Oh no, I have to do math. $44. Not all of them are compatible with Smash Brothers, but 44 in total. Alright. I just realized I've given us 3 purple dinosaurs here. I have given us the Barney trifecta. So far, Pikachu is still, like, a survivor here, taking a lot of damage. Oh, never mind. Should not have said that they are a survivor. It was a very unfortunate call there. But on the other hand, there seems to be at least a decent amount of teamwork with the Pokemon Pals. A little bit more than I'm seeing with the dinosaurs, at least. Having both Purple Charizard and Ridley in the game is kind of a little bit silly. And I kind of fucking love it. And one of the big things is Ridley is one of the largest characters in the game. In fact, I think he's actually the largest. At least when he's standing completely straight up. But unfortunately, that big size does not necessarily mean big weight. Ridley, what are you doing? Not doing much of anything right now. Unfortunately, it's possible for Pokemon Trainer to be something of a liability here. Not a viability. Not a Vileplume. Vileplume's not in this game. If they were, I'd probably play them, but they're not in this game. It's not a Pokemon's. Not one of the good ones, anyway. Alright, well, let's see what goes on here. Pokemon Trainer is swapping out their characters a lot, actually. Doing a lot of swaps to try to keep things going here. One of the nice things about Pokemon Trainer in this game is that it doesn't have to worry about the stamina system anymore. One of the things that held Pokemon Trainer back in Super Smash Bros. Brawl is a stamina system where if you favored a certain Pokemon, that Pokemon would become weaker and you'd need to switch them out with another Pokemon. In this game, however, you don't have to worry about that, so you can just play as whichever one you want. This is kind of nice. It means I can go over my Ivysaur shenanigans. Ooh. That smash did not look like it was gonna hit. But the dinosaurs take the first round over the Pokemon Pals. And the funny thing is, it's showing Yoshi here being the one that did, like, the most and stuff, being the champion. I wasn't paying attention to Yoshi at all. Which may be why I'm so surprised. Pikachu, however, did a ton of damage. So did Ridley, though. Alright, going on to the next random stage. I should have known that Ridley would have the stage advantage on a Metroid-themed level. Yeah, I do actually like how Ridley's amiibo looks a lot. It's a really cool looking one. Ooh, we have Gara Plains from Xenoblade Chronicles. Reminds me, I still need to finish playing Xenoblade Chronicles 2. That game is pretty cool, but I did the JRPG thing and got distracted by side quests at the end of the game. Alright, so let's see what happens here. Now, Team Dinosaurs does have the advantage as far as weight goes, since Yoshi is technically a heavyweight character, and Ridley is a big boy that deals big damage. Oh my god, that spike. That could have been terrible for Pikachu. Unfortunately, that other attack was. Ooh, nice up smash from Ivysaur. Ivysaur is trying to put in some work here. Oop, now they're going for Charizard. Nice up smash there. Ooh, charges the side smash a little bit too much. Should have just let go of that right off the bat. Even if there was startup on it, it still would have been a lot faster than just letting that thing charge. One of the other things about Smash Ultimate, however, is that you can charge your smash attacks for pretty much as long as you want. Although I do believe they stop gaining power after a certain point. Not only this, but Ridley also has a lot of mobility as well. You wouldn't expect like a big character to have so much mobility, and like he's got some sluggish attacks in order to compensate for that. But like the multiple jumps and the flight like that, it is a little bit ridiculous. Ridley is a ridiculous character, but he's fun. I'm glad he's in. No, he's trying to get here. He's trying to... Ooh! Nice kill with the up B. Unfortunately, however, Pikachu does not like that very much. But Ridley doesn't care about what Pikachu doesn't like. Oh, never mind. He cares a little bit. I really should stop, like, talking like that, because I have a tendency to jinx everything. Oh my god, nice team combo against Yoshi. Pokemon Pals still in the running for it. They're gonna have to make some crazy plays to come back from this, though. Which would be nice, actually. I would like a nice, like, close, surprisingly tense round. Oh my god. Absolute carnage coming from the dinosaurs there. I think they're mad at Barneyzard. I think Yoshington and Ridley are mad at Barneyzard for picking the Pokemon team instead of the dinosaurs team. Some crazy shit going on from the dinosaurs, though, as they make it 2-0 against Pokepals. Yeah, Ridley had a ton of KOs. Ridiculous 420 Blaze It % damage. Actual insanity. This means that, unfortunately, the Pokemon Pals are going off onto the loser's side here. I probably should have brought a table over here, actually. It's very difficult to fit all these amiibos on just, like, a laptop. I don't even have, like, a proper table over near my desk. I just have, like, a laptop on a stool. And that's where I'm fitting things. And it's impossible to fit 32 things on a laptop. Alright. But we get on to the next match. Who is the next match? It is Melee Swordsman versus Edgy Boys. And I think we all know who these contestants are going to be. First off, the original Fire Emblem character, Marth and the Funky Bunch. And my boy, Roy. He's trying to make himself useful. He's trying so hard. He really just wants to be everyone's friend. But is he going to be friends with our next contestants, the Edgy Boys, consisting of Cloud Strife and Dark Pit? Two characters that aren't necessarily emo brooders, but they're edgy, they're angsty, they have like one brain cell shared between them. Let's go on to the next match. Alright, so the Melee Swordsmen definitely have... Well, actually, a lot of the characters here actually have pretty good range. Disjointed hitboxes on 4 sword characters, because Dark Pit has these swords from the Silver Bow. So there's going to be some pretty crazy shenanigans here. Now, Team Edgy Boys does have the ability to keep people away thanks to projectiles, Puff Trouble in the form of Sword Beam, and Dark Poot in the form of Silver Bow. But on the other hand, it's also going to be a matter of whether or not they can get into the right range for KOs as well. Especially because once you get into that range, we have a character that does massive amounts of damage at close combat with Roy, and massive amounts of damage at mid-range combat with Marth, especially with the tippers that he's got going on. Ooh, nice. It seems that Team Edgy Boys does have a little bit of an advantage, though. They seem to have quite a bit of power. Cloud going with Climb Hazard into Braver. Ooh, nice Dancing Edge, but doesn't get the full combo off of that. Gets hit by a Cloud dash attack instead. Now Cloud has to contend with Roy. Roy is pissed off now. Managing to get some solid knockback on Dark Poot. Marth needs to get in the proper range in order to start using the tips of his attacks, though. Otherwise, he's just going to be hitting people with a pool noodle. The Falchion is not a pool noodle. Ooh, nice. That was a solid up air from Funky Bunch. And Boy is still in it as well. Ooh, getting hit by that down air, though. The down air that sends you straight upward. Always charging that side smash forever. Oh, they're trying to control the ledge here, trying to keep Roy from getting back up onto the stage, trying to make him drown, which is a really rude thing to do to somebody. You don't want somebody to drown. It's very rude. Oh, but unfortunately, just Roy getting sent into space. I think Marth is soon to follow. We have... Oh, yeah, that is that for that match. Edgy Boys taking it 1-0 over the Melee Swordsman. But it's still early in this match. They still have the chance to make a comeback here. I just want to take in this victory jingle. Seven isn't even my favorite Final Fantasy game, but I do think that it has the best version of the victory jingle. Just because it, like, plays a different piece of music and, like, bleeds into the results screen. It's real cool. Alright. So we're going on to the next match. Once again, a random stage. This time it's New Donk City. And let's see how this goes. Now, of course, each one of these characters has a bit of a history as well. Marth is the main character of the original Fire Emblem for the Famicom, and is also I think the main character in Mystery the Emblem as well as the remakes of those games on the Nintendo DS. He's probably one of the most recognizable characters of the Fire Emblem franchise, and was even introduced to the US before Super Smash Bros. Melee, considering that he was a character in a Fire Emblem OVA that came to North America, which would actually be North America's first taste of the franchise. Roy, on the other hand, is kind of a unique case, as while he is the protagonist of Fire Emblem The Binding Blade, he also happens to have made his debut in Super Smash Bros. Melee. That was actually his first video game appearance, and he was actually there to promote the upcoming Fire Emblem Binding Blade. It worked so well that eventually, starting with Fire Emblem The Blazing Sword, Nintendo decided to start localizing the Fire Emblem series. Cloud, meanwhile, main character of Final Fantasy VII, one of the unique things about him is the limit gauge that builds up, and pretty much all of his special moves are based off of different limit breaks he gets in the game. His side special is Cross Slash, his up special is Climb Hazard, and then he can go into Braver after that. His neutral special is Blade Beam. He's got Finishing Touch, and his Final Smash is actually his level 4 from Final Fantasy VII Omni Slash. Dealt a ridiculous amount of damage in that game. And Dark Pit is the most recent of the characters shown here. He made his appearance in Kid Icarus Uprising as basically a evil-ish copy of Pit. He's not really that evil, but he is certainly a lot meaner than Pit. Almost as dumb as normal Pit, though. And he also happens to have one of the best themes in all of Kid Icarus Uprising, which itself has a really fantastic soundtrack. In fact, if I could set every match with him to just play Dark Pit's theme from Kid Icarus Uprising, just the whole, music from the flight stage, that would be great. Because that seriously is, one of the best pieces of music from that game, and that game, again, has some really fantastic music. And while I was waxing on about Kid Icarus Uprising, the Melee Swordsmen take a round against the Edgy boys. Nope, they did not win 20-1. They didn't even win 2-1. They won 1-1. It's 1-1. Why did I put 2 there? Why did I put 20 there? Well, regardless... Wow, Roy had a ton of KOs there. This is going to be a close match. This is actually probably going to be the most exciting match of the first round, probably. We have these two teams of swordsmen, two teams of blades, fighting against each other for dominance. And they're actually reasonably evenly matched. Easily matched, wow. Alright, so are the swordsmen gonna win, or is it going to be the Edgy boys? They're taking a lot of damage here, actually. They are taking a huge amount of damage from the Edge. Cloud looks like he's one step closer to the Edge, and is possibly about to break, or at least break his limits. And Dark Pit... Dark Pit seems to have been woken up inside. I'll say that right there. So let's see what happens with Puff Trouble and Dark Poot, and if they can win against Funky Bunch and Boy. Boy already has a stock missing. Oh, nice use of the back air there from Dark Poot, taking out a stock from Funky Bunch. Ooh, but Roy is trying his hardest as well. He wants to get into that close range where his attacks do the most damage. And he hits with the Flare Blade, not charged up enough to actually secure the KO there, but that down smash certainly was. This is kind of... I feel like this is going to be a crazy back and forth game between these two teams, actually. Darkpoot is back up onto the stage after suffering from his first casualty. Boy is about to run out of his next stock, unfortunately. He's about to drop down to 1. But it's possible for him to win this as well. He's not using... I thought I taught Boy that... I mean, they're not at the damage where it really can happen anymore. But I thought I taught him down throw into up special. That's a decent combo for Roy, actually. Like, you do grab, down throw into up special at the beginning of a match, and that's actually pretty decent, because the knockback is low enough for them to actually get hit by all the hits of his up special. Boy is down to his last stock. Cloud trying to charge limit once again. Oh, he actually wants to secure the kill on Boy. Oh, dodging out of the way of the side smash there. Marth isn't doing too much. Oh, never mind. Taking out another stock from Darkpoot. Puff Trouble losing a stock as well. We're down to the last stock for all of these characters. Boy, unfortunately, has a massive amount of damage right now. Really needs to hit with like a counter or a charged flare blade or something to try to get these guys off of him. A counter would probably be like the best choice there, but if he manages to get a charged up flare blade, that's going to do a ridiculous amount of knockback. For those of you guys who also don't know, Flare Blade is very similar to Marth and Lucina's Shield Breaker attack. It can be charged, but if Roy charges it all the way and it hits somebody, it is an instant KO. I believe it does 50 damage. The problem is, however, that Roy will also take damage from using it as well, regardless of whether it hits or whiffs. So it is a risky move, and it's a very... It's basically, like, if you're trying to use Flare Blade, you are just announcing to your opponent, I think you're stupid enough to fall for this. Ooh, ooh! Puff Trouble kills himself with Braver! He had too much forward momentum on Climb Hazard there and killed himself. Funky Bunch might actually take this. Funky Bunch is playing it very safe, actually. Not trying to go for some crazy edge-guarding shenanigans at all. He just simply... He wants to play things patiently. He's not necessarily in a rush to do things. Oh my god. That was a crazy match. Melee Swordsmen take it up 2-1 against the Edgy Boys. Edgy Boys are unfortunately moving to the losers bracket where they'll fight against Pokemon pals, while the Melee Swordsmen are going to be fighting against the Dinosaurs in the next round. Up next, however, I might as well put you guys there too. Edgy Boys, you got to stay right next to the Pokepals. Swordsman, you just stay over there on the floor. The next match is going to be Team 3 NES Classics versus Team 14 Space Furries. So let's try this out. NES Classics is consisting of Rob, aka Robert Cop, and Duck Hunt, aka Doggo, versus Fox and Falco. I forgot to train up Falco. This is gonna suck for the Fox team. But I did train up Fox, though. So he might have a little bit of an advantage here, who knows? And as however, let's get the scores going, and let's get into this next match of the tournament. Team NES Classics versus Team Space Furries on Port Town Aerodive with the F-Zero medley done by the Daytona USA guy. Now, the thing about me not training up my bread is also that it has him set to learn as well. So he actually is going to be getting smarter from each match. He actually is going to be learning different techniques. And as we saw in the last Amiibo tournament, that can go either very well or very poorly. Regardless, however, Fox is already down a stock. He's supposed to be the competent one, and he is already down a stock. My bread also down a stock as well. While the NES Classics cleaning house. They are very much cleaning up this match. I have a feeling that they're going to be the team to win. But I'm not going to count my chickens quite yet. Especially because that is a duck. Especially because that was a dead Robert cop. But seeing this stage and like this HD and stuff just really makes me want a new F-Zero. Nintendo, like, I know Amusement Vision doesn't exist anymore, but God, I want a new F-Zero so badly. That would just be so cool. I'm kind of waxed about this as well. If they came out with a new F-Zero game and they got Daisuke Ishiwatari from Arc System Works to do the music, that would fucking... Basically, I just want Guilty Gear F-Zero at this point. Alright, let's see what happens. I think Fox is going to be down and out pretty soon. Yeah, especially if that happens. NES Classics, as I accidentally knock everyone over. NES Classics taking 1-0, but anything is possible right now. It's just that some things are significantly less possible than others. Yeah, Duck Hunt actually putting in a surprising amount of work for KOs. That's gonna be some crazy stuff right there in the next one. Alright. We have the Coliseum here. Let's see how this goes. This is one of those stages where it's just easy to knock people around, considering it's just a flat grid. I have a feeling I'm not going to be able to commentate this match too much either, because it's just going to be like... It's going to be a curb stomp, basically. Like, I should have trained Falco. I trained, like, Diddy Kong a little bit before the tournament started. But I should have trained Falco up as well. I've done my man a disservice. He's not even my man. He's, like, my bird. Is he a bird? Is he a man? Is he a dot? Or is he a speck? If he's in water, does he get wet? Or does the water get him instead? Nobody knows. Particle Man. Alright, well, we've got some damage on the second stocks for the Space Furries here. Yeah, that down smash took both of them out. Doggo is just doing a crazy amount of damage right now. Not really a crazy amount of damage, it's more like it's weird, he's getting in there so much. But the thing is, it's weird because, like, Duck Hunt is more of his zoning character than anything else. So he's, like, playing a rushdown zoner. It's like that one guy in that Maximilian video that was playing, like, the rushdown Q in Third Strike. And Max didn't know how to deal with that. Because you don't play Rushdown Q. You barely play Q in general, but you don't play Rushdown Q. But that guy actually went into the comments as well, like saying things like, thanks for the match, and I hope you enjoyed, like, the Q-tality. And that's a thing to aspire to. Alright, looks like NES Classics are going up in the winner's bracket. Well, the Space Furries, unfortunately, are going down to the loser's bracket there, where they're going to be fighting against the loser of the next match, the last of the winner's bracket for now. It's going to be the Blaster Masters versus the Skyworld crew. I think I also forgot to train Samus for this tournament too. So that is gonna be fun. I think that maybe the Skyworld crew is going to take it. But the Blaster Masters consist of Mega Man and Samus versus Pit and Palutena. Unfortunately, like, my boy has to fight my girl on Majora's Mask? Alright, let's get into this match. So Blaster Masters is, of course... What was that, Palutena? That was a little bit silly. I feel like one day I'll need to get back to training Palutena. Make her even more broken. Or not really broken, more of just even gooder. Because she's already, like, pretty good. As far as Amiibo fighters go. She has decent performance. She uses neutral air a lot, which is good because I use neutral air a lot, so I can see where she got that from. Now, the two characters on the red team are more or less ranged-based characters. We have Mega Man, who just has a plethora of projectiles, and we have Samus, who also has a bunch of projectiles as well. It's going to boil down to whether or not Mega Man can make up for Samus being a lower level, or whether this is going to be like a stomp fest for the Skyworld crew. Because as much as I love my Kid Icarus Uprising, I also, you know, I love Mega Man. Mega Man games are good. I was actually considering playing more Mega Man Maker, at some point, since Mega Maker still keeps getting updates. And it's real cool, they've actually added like Mega Man 9 and 10 stuff to it as well. So there's actually a huge amount of variety in Mega Maker at this point. So I would actually like to go back to that. Make some levels. Play some levels. Who knows? I don't knows. Maybe the nose knows. Alright, well, Palutena lost her first stock. Took her long enough. She's very jump happy, I've noticed. I noticed that a lot about a lot of Amiibos, actually. I've given them all the hops. Which, I mean, works out. Jumping allows you to move and attack at the same time. But it's something that I've just kind of noticed. Ooh, nice dunk from Samus. Didn't get much for it, but it looked cool. Oop. There we go. Poot is playing with his food right now. Or maybe Poot is playing with power. Nintendo power, heyo. Oop. Poot has to steal a stun. That puts Team Blaster Masters in the lead, actually. Poot has to defeat the Blaster Masters. Which he just took a stock off Astro Boy here. He's about to take one off Spamus. Provided he can actually get a hit in. Problem is, fighting 1 to 2 is definitely not an easy task. You might not have seen your life bar deplete at first, but trust me, that damage, when it's 2 players ganging up on 1, that damage goes up very quickly. Nice back air. Oop, nice up tilt. Up air. Honestly, whichever team wins this, I'm not going to be too upset. I would like for the team with Palutena to win it. It's neither here nor there. Ooh, that was a bad upbeat. Gets hit by the hard knuckle. Oh, the Flame Sword takes it. Blaster Master's up by 1. Notice that the matches on this side have been a little bit less one-sided here. See if the Skyworld crew can make some kind of comeback. We're on flat zone. Start the flat zone shenanigans. Didn't realize Lucina was in this match. Heyo. Bad jokes. But they only get worse. Palutena's taking a lot of damage. Spamus actually doesn't have very much damage on her at all. Ooh, nice use of oh! That was a silly reflect from... It looked like Palutena reflected the up air. The ooh air. Which, of course, sends the tornado straight downward, because that's how that works. Oh, that up air is putting in so much work for Mega Man right now. Let's use the down smash. Ooh. Up tilt from Spamus. There's a decent amount of knockback associated with it. Ooh, up tilt from Mega Man, though. Just that schwar. Some health right now. She's taking a lot of damage. Unfortunately, just the Flame Sword knocking her away. Oh, I'm dropping a ton of frames. Speaking of taking a lot of damage here. For those of you who aren't able to see, which is probably everyone, actually, Astro Boy just lost his last stock. We're in text-only mode right now. Skyworld crew just took it. The Skyworld crew just took it. Are we done dropping frames? Are we done? Please? Please say yes? I think we're done. Okay. Alright, we're 1-1. Blaster Masters and Skyworld crew are actually a little bit more evenly matched than I would have thought at first. No, we're not done. We aren't done. Room. Is that what's going on? Do I have something downloading on the PS4? Did somebody plug, like, a game genie into the back of my Switch that is giving me lag. Hang on, you know what? Feel like I should wait it out. Feel like I should wait it out. Are we good? Are we good, OBS? I'm going to assume we're good. Pit is already dead, by the way. Just in case you didn't realize. Skyworld crew actually is down to 2 stocks each already. They need to do something about this. Oh. But the barrage from both of the Blaster Masters. Why? You were playing so nice. You were playing so nice. This is the match that I actually want to, like, to look back on, too. And internet's just like, nope, nope, I don't want you to see this. I don't want anyone to see this. He's just stupid and dumb and I hate it. I don't think it's even going to save, like, the raw video file either. It's going to be the worst part. Welcome to the Amiibo tournaments, where half of it is pulling commentary out of my ass, and the other half of it is bitching about the stream dropping frames. It's nice. It's a lovely existence. Alright, everyone's down to their last stock here. See what happens. Playing a little bit too close to the blast zone there. I really do need to retrain Palutena. Because she caught a little bit of the dumb disease in the last tournament. Because I didn't know that you could set learning off on Amiibos. So she picked up some bad habits. Ooh, Palutena's dead. Pit might be the savior. Ooh! That was a nice reflect. Skyworld crew taking it, but it was close. For anyone who wasn't able to see that, anyway. Shenanigans going on there. The Skyworld crew takes it, which means that the loser's bracket is currently going to consist of the Super Brothers versus the Round Friends, Monkey Business versus Gotta Go Fast, Pokemon Pals versus Edgy Boys, and Space Furries versus Blaster Masters. However, since it is the end of round 1 on the winner's side, I am going to be taking a quick intermission break here. I'll be popping that on the side for now. And I will be taking a quick intermission just for me to kind of get a drink, get something to eat. A little bit of snack in my system. And when we come back, I'm actually going to be moving on to our next matches. See you guys in a bit. Alright, we're back. Now it is time for us to actually get into the loser's bracket of the tournament. 8 teams progressed on to round 2. 8 teams, unfortunately, have gone to the loser's round 1, however. So this is going to be their chance for redemption. These are also going to be 2 out of 3 format as well. So how about we get into our first round? Press a bunch of buttons. Now let's make stuff happen. Now as a side note, whoever loses this match is out of the tournament. Ooh, the Mario Brothers have home field advantage here. So this is again going to be in best 2 out of 3 format. Whoever wins 2 rounds moves on to the next one. And whoever loses is unfortunately eliminated. The Amiibos will be sent to a trash compactor where they will be crushed, never to be seen again. No, I've already spent too much money on Amiibo. Alright, everyone's kind of just having a slugfest over on the left side of the field right now. Ooh, nice super jump punch on Jigglypuff. Taking out their stock already. So it's a bit of a highlight here. The Super Brothers happened to do a pretty decent job against the PK powerhouses, but couldn't quite seal the deal, unfortunately. Meanwhile, the Round Boys, they suffered from some stiff competition from fighting against Fate, unfortunately, and ended up being knocked down to this bracket. I'm also trying to keep things a little bit quieter as well, just because someone's trying to sleep in the next room. Because they're never loud when people are trying to sleep or do anything else. Alright. So let's see how this goes. Ooh, nice back air from Mario. He's using Flood a lot, but not in situations where it actually would help him. As a result, he actually dies. He's down to his last stock. I didn't notice that. The Super Brothers are actually facing some stiff competition from the Round Friends. Which is weird. You wouldn't expect this considering that this was not a round-robin tournament. But even if this other team hasn't put the fear in them, they've certainly put the spear in them. Oh my god. Big kill on Luigi there, but big kill on Pack Attack as well. I'm taking you with me, motherfucker. Let's go. Pigglyjuff is down to their last stock. Mayro is down to his last... never mind. Mayro unfortunately steals a stock from Luigi. Funny how the AI always does that. It's a little bit silly. I also think I saw 2 forward aerial dunks in a row. Oop, Pack Attack down to his last stock. Pigglyjuff is close behind. But Pigglyjuff also has a ton of knockback on their moves, however. Trying to stall Pack Attack for as long as possible with Flood. Unfortunately, not getting much off of that. If Mayro wants to win this for the Super Brothers, he has to... well, he has to survive this barrage of attacks. Will he be able to execute these extreme techniques? Survey says. Let's find out. Survey is not looking good in Mario's favor. Managing to interrupt Pound, but Ooh, pound for pound, toughest puffball in the business. Pigglyjuff has taken it for the Round Friends. Round Friends are up 1-0 against Super Brothers. It is a little bit silly, actually, considering their performance in the last matches. I didn't really see that coming, but apparently the Round Friends are just, well, they're just well-rounded. I've made that joke like 10 times already. Alright, we got Mushroom Kingdom 2. Which, funny thing is, it's called Mushroom Kingdom 2. This isn't actually in the Mushroom Kingdom at all. It's from Super Mario Brothers 2. It's in Subcon. I guess technically that would be the Mushroom Kingdom, considering it's inside Mario's dreams. Ooh. Well, let's see what happens here. Was getting knocked around like a damn ragdoll here. So I need to update the scores. Doop, doop, doop. Waz is something of a survivor, though. Pigglyjuff is also surviving a lot, too, considering that Jigglypuff is the lightest character in the game. They're doing a pretty decent amount of... Ooh, nice! That was a strong forward air there. But gets hit by Smash in return. Everyone is flying everywhere right now. Ooh, nice kill on Pack Attack. The Super Brothers realize that they again have home field advantage, and that they need to take advantage of that. They realize that we can't job it like last time. We actually have to do something with this. Pigglyjuff, however... Ooh, Pigglyjuff has just been knocked around by Wah. I was about to say something along the lines of Pigglyjuff is doing a pretty good job of keeping Wah in the air and just flying around. But unfortunately, that doesn't seem to be the case. Everyone's kind of staying on the edge, too, instead of going toward the middle. Ooh, nice dodge of the tether grab there. Pack Attack is down, which leaves the Mario Brothers perfectly able to gang up on Pigglyjuff. Nice. Super Brothers actually taking a match. They are moving on to the final part of this match. So let's see what random stage we're gonna get this time. Legs find out. Man, was it really a case of the damn shower causing the Wi-Fi to go to shit? If so, that's hilarious. Alright. We have Space Armada. Or Lylat Cruise, rather. Space Armada is the music that's playing. Oh boy, if there was ever a divisive stage in Smash Brothers, it would probably be Lylat Cruise. The Mario Brothers can't rely on home field advantage anymore. Meanwhile, we've got some serious space balls going on here. Mario has never been on a spaceship before, but he has been on a face ship. Welcome back to Super Mario Galaxy 2. God, I need to rewatch Beatus's LP of Mario Galaxy 2. That was so good. Because it was just a very chill Let's Play. And B, Beatus just started each episode with like a face pun. Because of the stupid face ship pun in the game. You know, it does get awfully cold out here in the galaxies. Maybe Mario should invest in a face heater. Welcome back to Mario Galaxy 2. You know, stuff like that. Not necessarily the way I deliver it, and I don't think that pun was ever actually used. But, Beatus went fucking in on those puns. And I kinda love it. And by kinda, I mean I really love it. I'm not even talking about the match at all. Mayro is down to his last stock. Wah is down to his last stock. Pigglyjuff is also down to her last stock, or his last stock. He's a ball. Their last stock. And Pack Attack seems to be the only one with a shred of stock left. He's playing the stock market. He's trying hard. He's trying real hard. He wants to show that that first victory was not just a fluke for the spheres. And that while he's well-rounded, he can have a little bit of an edge if he needs to. Oop, missed with the side smash, unfortunately. But Pack Attack is still holding on to this stock. This man's longevity is crazy. Ooh, nice use of the side special there, trying to throw cherries around to just kind of edge guard. Look at how much damage he has. This man is a crazy amount of damage, and Mario just got killed. Got killed by his own up B, more or less. Holy shit. Pack Attack taking it for the round friends. The Knights of the Round Table. Alright, that means they're moving on to the next round while the Super Brothers, unfortunately, are out of the competition. This is where we start getting those eliminations, ladies and gentlemen. Speaking of eliminations, the next team of chumps trying to be the champ is Monkey Business versus Gotta Go Fast. So as we all know, it's going to be Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong versus Team Gotta Go Fast, consisting of Sonic and Captain Falcon. Oh, we actually have another home field advantage, this time around for the monkeys. Well, I say monkeys, but Donkey Kong's actually like an ape. Because a gorilla's ape, as an ape. You can tell because he doesn't have a tail. Diddy Kong, however, is a monkey, though. You could call him a chimpanzee, but that would not be correct, because chimpanzees are also apes, because they don't have tails. I don't exactly know what kind of monkey Diddy Kong is, or why I care so much about monkeys and apes. Just kind of that little weird little elementary school factoid that never kind of got out of my head, I guess. See if it's possible, however, for red team to go apeshit. Or if blue team's just too fast for them. Sonic really needs to get back onto the stage. Captain Falcon lost his first stock. Those big up specials from Donkey Kong, though, just hitting everywhere and doing a lot of damage. Donkey Kong is absolutely putting in some work right now. Diddy Kong, meanwhile, actually hasn't been knocked out at all, which is, again, really weird considering they are the lowest level in the entire... Well, not in the entire tournament, but they're the lowest level in this match. There we go, Donkey Kong using his kill power to get another elimination on Sonic. I'd say Sonic, but I couldn't recognize him at first. It's a completely different character when he's purple. Donkey Kong down to his last stock. Donut Steel down to his last stock. I don't know, and Captain Fabulous are down to 2 stocks each. Ooh, nice side smash from Captain Fabulous. Gonna watch him for a little bit. Gets an up throw there. Oh, he's not hitting with these down smashes at all, though. I guess he didn't preface it by walking up slowly and down smashing. He just kind of stays still. Oh, there we go, another side smash, though. Getting tons of footstools on him, too. Ooh, misses against Diddy Kong. There we go, another big up special, doing damage. Is that going to be an elimination on Donkey Kong? No, but it's close. He's smoking. He's steaming. He's dead and has to take a stock from Diddy. Oh my god, that knee smash. Shift into turbo right there. Donkey Kong now has to make some plays in order to get out of this tough situation. But unfortunately, he just might not be able to do it. He's just getting slammed around by everything. He's escaping, but he can't escape for too long. It's like Alex is in this game. You can't escape. Oh, there we go. Using the fantastic horizontal recovery of his up special of the spinning Kong. That spinning lariat. Ooh, a nice dong hammer there. Back throw from the Falcon. I was about to say from the Fapton. And then we're just like, no. That's not a term. Fapton is not a term anyone should ever use. Alright. Blue team is up 1. How about we update that bracket there? Alright. Going into the next match. So Gotta Go Fast is currently leading ahead by 1 victory over Team Monkey Business. But it's very much possible for Monkey Business to win this as well. They had a very strong start early on in the match. They just didn't have the longevity to clench that victory. Clench that victory? No, clutch the victory. You don't clench the victory like you're clenching your butt cheeks. Alright, we've got the Ice Climber stage. Stage has a few tricky things like, well, it does have hazards in the actual version of the stage. Stage hazards are mostly gone here. Mostly. However, ice physics do remain in this stage. It's just going to be tricky for the fast boys, and they're going to be slipping around an awful lot. It might actually be an advantage that the monkeys have of going a little bit slower than these 2 championship sprinters. Conky Dong is down a stock. Donut Steel has also lost a stock as well. I think he may have got distracted by me talking about taking a giant dump, clenching your butt cheeks. Here comes the strain, here comes the squeeze. Look at how much stop there was on Sonic. He was stuck there in that animation for like a solid hour. Maybe 2 hours. Captain Falcon trying to keep Donkey Kong in the sky. But unfortunately, he's sent to the sky himself. Donut Steel also had a nice amount of damage on him. But now, unfortunately, it's not so nice. He's taken a lot. Here we go. We've got a beatdown from the Fast Boys. Alright. Conky Dong has to steal the stock from I Dunno. Donut Steel down to his last stock as well. I Dunno has a lot of damage on him. Conky Dong has a lot of damage. Captain Fabulous also has a significant amount of damage as well, but is on his 2 stocks rather than just 1 stock. So as a result, he's more or less in the safe zone for right now. There we go. Diddy Kong is dead. Diddy Kong. That wasn't a good joke at all. Oh my god, the smash. The smash and grab, but the crash. Alright, big results coming from Gotta Go Fast. They are taking it over Monkey Business, sending Monkey Business to the Shadow Realm. Again, similar to the Mario Brothers, the monkeys are unfortunately going to go to the incinerator, where they will die a horrible, painful death. But regardless of any of that, however, we've got our next matchup, Pokemon Pals versus Edgy Boys. Let's see how this is going to work out. Pokemon Pals lost to the dinosaurs, and Edgy Boys lost to the melee sword fighters. It's a redemption arc for both of them. Edgy Boys actually seemed like a favorite to win in the last round. But that's neither here nor there. Pikachu and Barneyzard versus Puff Trouble and Dark Poot. Alright, getting into our first battle underway here. Let's see what all we can see. Battlefield. Seems like a little bit of a boring stage, but who knows? Maybe it'll all work out. Alright. So the Edgy Boys do have an advantage as far as just sheer level goes, and... Oh, wait, Pokemon Trainer already died once. It's a little bit ridiculous. Edgy Boys are trying to guard the edge. Ooh, nice hidden Ivysaur there. Trying to go for Blade Beams. Ooh, nice dunk. Ooh, good stomp from Charizard. Oh, Pikachu gets hit by the screen. Just runs right into it. It's a silly thing to do. Cloud actually conserving a little bit of... Oh, never mind. I thought he was conserving a little bit of limit break there, considering he managed to get onto the stage with just a little bit of limit left to charge. But unfortunately, that wasn't the case. He got knocked around and unfortunately lost all of that progress. He's trying to use those blade beams to keep Charizard out, and it works. Pokemon Trainer down to their last stock. Pikachu has 2 stocks. Puff Trouble has 2. Darkpoot has 3. Darkpoot has actually been a surprisingly strong contender here as well. As soon as I say it, of course, he gets knocked around, but... Alright, Puff Trouble is currently within range to do a super-powered Limit Break. What's he gonna go for, though? He only has a couple seconds in order to use that Limit Break before the gauge is gone. He can't just hold it all the time, unfortunately. And one of the neat things about the Limit Gauge is also that when it's completely full, all of Cloud's stats also improve as well. He gets faster, he gets stronger. His capabilities are increased. But the problem is, if he uses any sort of special move, even one to recover onto the stage, he does lose that entire limit. And I believe it also takes 7 seconds for him to lose his entire limit charge as well. Oop. Doing some damage with the Toidle there. Unfortunately, I don't know if it's going to necessarily work out in Pokemon Trainer's favor. Ooh. Cloud is getting juggled around like it's his birthday, like it's his job to be... Oh my god. The bait from Ivysaur was too real. That was actually too real. That was hyper-realistic. It came out of my screen and tried to attack me. Spooky spaghetti. With hyper-realistic marinara. Alright. Well, Edgy Boys takes the first stock here. Oh my god. Pokemon Trainer had got KO'd 5 times. They stole stock twice. Some high-level shenanigans going on there. As we move on to our next match. Oh, Pokemon boys, they have the advantage, even though one of them's a girl, because that's a female Pikachu. See how this is gonna go. They're shooting. Ooh, a nice dunk from Cloud. Ooh, doesn't get the dunk on Ivysaur, unfortunately. Well, Cloud is trying to get back onto the stage. Doesn't realize that he's supposed to be in the air. He's a Cloud. He's Puff Trouble. Nice back air to get back on. Oop. Getting back up with Climb Hazard, too. Climb Hazard to climb back up on the stage. Charging Limit Break. But unfortunately, he's going to have to use it. Ooh, he doesn't have to use it, actually. But can he hit with a Limit Break? Unfortunately, no, he doesn't. He doesn't get a Limit Break off in time. He had a prime opportunity to do a full-powered Cross Slash, or Blade Beam, or something. Or even just try to use the ludicrous knockback on Finishing Touch. Unfortunately, it just didn't work out in his favor. He couldn't find the situation that he wanted to use Limit in. He's getting knocked around a little bit. Barneyzard, meanwhile, has had a surprising amount of durability. Oh, switching to Squirtle. Switching to that Donatello. Alright, Ivysaur dodges the Blade Beam, but unfortunately gets smashed around in return. Edgy Boys once again edge guarding, killing Pikachu. Puff Trouble sacrificing himself for the greater good, as all shonen RPG heroes do. Switch to Squirtle only to get jugulated around. Swapping to Ivysaur now. Yeah, this is over. This is so over. There's no way Barney Zard can do this. It's over. It's ogre. Edge Boys taking it 0-2 against the Pokemon Pals. Unfortunately, Pikachu and Charizard have to be sent to the glue factory. Alright. So now... let's get our last set of contestants in for this one. Then I am going to take another break. Because I need a pee. Alright. So on the red side, it is Team Space Furries. There we go. Versus the blue team, Team Blaster Masters. Alright, there we go. Like we said before, only one team can win this. Both of them have a somewhat weak player, both of them have a very strong player. Let's see how this goes. We're on 4 side. Careful of those pits. I find it funny that 4 side is actually such a bad map for Ness and Lucas. When it's from Earthbound. It's from the game Ness is from. But it's such a terrible map for Ness. And do you know why it's a bad map for Ness? Actually, let me point this out. Do you know why it's a bad map for Ness? I'll show you why. It's because of this shit right here. I know we hit the blast zone here, but this right here, this drop, this fall, it's awful for Ness, because he can't get out of it. This one too. Like, because Ness, unfortunately, like, requires the use of, like, a wide space in order to maneuver PK Thunder around, and that's his big recovery option. It's why his jumps are so good, because his recovery is so weird to get used to. And unfortunately, that puts the PK boys at a significant disadvantage when it comes to their home turf. On the other hand, however, I do have to, like, admire a lot of the gorgeous background details here. They really did a good job of making 4 side look really good in this game. 4 side was actually one of my favorite stages in Melee as well. Even back then when I hadn't played Earthbound yet. I just liked the way it looked. Like the whole fighting on rooftops at night. Kind of has a Ninja Turtles vibe, honestly. Maybe that's just me. A lot of people died just then. But it's fine. My bread is down to his last stock. Fax is at 2. Astro Boy is on 3. Spamus is on 2. So I think the Blaster Masters definitely have the advantage here. Astro Boy, however... oh, that was a nice... that was a nice... that was a singular nice. It's like you see a 69 on the side of the road. Like speed limit 69 or something like that, and you just utter out one singular, oh, nice. I am still dropping too many frames. Falco just got eliminated. Why? Why are you... I might have to cut this and leave the top 8 for tomorrow night, honestly. If it's gonna keep doing shit like this, like, it's fine right now. But I know for a fact that it's gonna, that the video is gonna hang again. Also, my bread has just not been doing very much damage at all. He did like 84 that round. Well, let's get into it. We're on Super Mario Brothers turf. It's not because I'm on Twitter, is it? So we need to update the score again. Keep forgetting. This is why I'm not a tournament organizer in, like, real life. Because I wouldn't know what the hell I'm doing. Alright. Spamus and Astro Boy looking like they're actually at a pretty good, in a pretty good spot right now. My bread, however, looking a little bit stale. And Fax really needs to upgrade to email. Email. God, I miss, like, homestarrunner.com. homestarrunner.net. It's .com. Oh my god, Samus charged that down smash forever. Charged that for at least a week and a half. Samus also happens to have a fully charged power beam as well. Will she use it is the question. I have a feeling like the AI is trying to charge up these big smash attacks simply so that they can do like setups for them. And unfortunately, they're jumping the gun just a little bit. Unfortunately, however, looks like the Snarefax team is not doing particularly well. I will have to eventually train up all the Amiibos to a decent amount. And maybe get some more for the next tournament as well. Especially because, like, Daisy's supposed to be out. I think Ken is out now. Track down Daisy, track down Ken. Probably have to get Corrin and Bayonetta at some point. Anyway, nice use of Shine from Fax. Space Furry's team is unfortunately still not doing particularly well there. Fox may be fluffy, but he's not fluffy enough to carry the entire team. Unfortunately, he just got latched by a Crash Bomb as well. Now here's the thing. I know officially it's Crash Bombs, but there are so many damn names for them. Like, officially in the English version, it's Crash Bomb. But and Crash Man is officially Crash Man. But there's so many ways that, like, his original Japanese name can be read. Because there's a lot of translations that call him, like, Clash Man or Crush Man. I want to imagine that Crash Man has, like, siblings. Like Dr. Wily gave him robot brothers named Clash Man and Crush Man. And that they go go-karting with their lack of hands. My bread is actually out-surviving Fax, but not for long. Unfortunately, the Space Furries are out. So that leaves Super Brothers, Monkey Business, Pokemon Pals, and Space Furries out of the tournament, unfortunately. They are dead. They are entirely dead, which means that these teams are going to be progressing through the losers bracket, and I am just going to arrange them like so. Again, I didn't bring over a proper table to do this on, so I am doing this on a closed laptop to just kind of get everyone on there. I should have brought the table over. I didn't. I am a fool. But I am also a fool that's gotta pee right now, so I'm gonna go do that.